Beth is doing the song leading, and Maya is doing the sermon. You should all have 2 handouts, one stapled, one not stapled. I will alert you as to when we will be doing those. We're going to start on page 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. Someone to Michelle?
What, Michelle?
Yes?
Yeah. Oops. We're going to read responsively on praying together. Each of us enters this service with a different need. Others are stirred by the challenge of making tomorrow's world better by their efforts, and still others have found healing from illness or escape from misfortune, and we rejoice with them.
Some hearts are full of sorrow. Disappointment has overtaken them. Homes have been broken. Loved ones' lives have been of pain. May our presence and sympathy bring them comfort.
Some hearts are full of despair. Ideals are mocked. Life seems empty of meaning and value. May the knowledge that we too are searching restore their hope and give them courage to believe that there is something to find.
Some hearts are hungry. They look for friendship. They yearn for understanding. They long for warmth. May we and our common needs gain strength from one another. Share our joys, lighten each other's burdens, and pray for the welfare of the community.
May our worship offered in the sanctuary bring us hope and blessing.
May our worship, dedicated to our vision of the ideal, be great in aspiration and love.
May each heart that seeks God here find God, as our ancestors did in the Temple of Zion. And may this congregation be a house of hope for all people. Page 4, Hine Matov. Matov Umanayim, Shabbat Hine Matov Umanayim, Shabbat Shabbat Gam Yafat, Shabbat Gam Yafat, Hine Matov Umanayim, Shabbat Gam Yafat, Hine Matov Umanayim, Shabbat Gam Yafat. Page 7. At the bottom, please read responsively. I long to change the world.
I rarely appreciate things that
I know how to give.
receive,
I know how to keep busy.
but I don't always know how to be still.
I talk, but I don't always listen.
I don't always see,
I yearn to succeed.
but I often forget what's truly important.
Teach me, God, to slow down. May this Shabbat revive me. May it lead to wisdom, to holiness, to peace, and to you. Okay, we're up to candle lighting, which is on page 10. Does anyone have a simcha? All right. You have enough power to get up here? Okay. And will you share with us what your simcha is?
We got engaged.
Nice. All right. Congratulations. Okay. Do you need the prayer book?
No.
Okay. We have a lighting implements here for you.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu l'chagil k'ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. That's truly a wonderful occasion. What? I think it'll be okay. It looks like it's going to be
Yeah.
okay. There we go. All right. Excellent. Okay. Let us read together at the bottom of page 10. May the brightness of these candles banish all gloom, anxiety, and care from our hearts and from the hearts of all our loved ones. May this Shabbat bring us peace and serenity, joy and rest. Keep aglow within us the spirit of gratitude for your many blessings, so that we may know the sweet taste of contentment and the rich harvest of sharing. Kindle in us a deeper love for one another, for our people, and for all your children. Okay. Now it's time for your first handout, the Twilight People Prayer. And let's do this around the room. If you want to start this way and just read one line.
One line? All right, I got you. As the sun sinks and the colors of the day turn, we offer a blessing for the twilight. For the twilight is neither day nor night, but in between. We are all twilight people. We can never be fully labeled or defined.
We are many identities and loves, many genders and none. We are in between roles, at the intersection of histories, between place and place.
We are crisscross paths of memory and destination, streets of light swirl together. We are neither day nor night. We are both, neither, and all.
May the sacred in-between of this evening suspend our certainty, soften our judgments, and widen our vision. May the in-between light illuminate our ways to God and transcend all categories. May the in-between people who have come to pray be lifted up in this twilight.
We cannot always define. We can always say
Thank you. Okay, moving on to the Kabbalat Shabbat service. Page 13, Shalom Aleichem. Okay, page 15. I have a garden. Gina and JT, would you alternate paragraphs, please?
I have a garden which I love. Once in a while, it looks perfect. All the watering, feeding, pruning, and love add up to a moment of beauty.
But then I think, if only I can keep it this way, and preserve this moment forever. But my garden is alive. Time and seasons bring changes. Living things must change.
Life is like a garden. Perfect moments can be had, but not preserved, except in memory.
I am living things which must change. If I can accept changes, I can accept myself. And when I accept myself, I can enjoy the beauty of the changes in the garden of our lives.
Thank you. Next page, Lachado D. We're going to do verses 1 to 5 and 9. Please rise as you are able and face the back of the chapel for verse 9. Why do we face the back of the chapel? Oh, the door?
To break the Shabbat.
Not this door.
So how much detail do you want on this?
Wait, Cliff's notes, please.
Okay, Cliff's notes. Basically, this part of so there was a rabbi in Safed or Sfat who started the whole like Kabbalat Shabbat thing. They were Kabbalists, and they would go out on like the cliff tops overlooking the valley, and as the sun would set, they would like be praying this Bowie Kala, and they would turn around and watch Shabbat come in, and so now and like greeting the Sabbath bride. And so now we have a tradition of we completely change our orientation in the room at this pivotal moment that like either spiritually or like intellectually or emotionally, we think of the Shabbat as a bride, as as royalty entering the space. So,
Okay, thank you. All right. Thank you. Please be seated. Okay, on the stapled handout, page 1 for humility. I'm going to start and then we're going to read responsively. God, give me a quiet heart, a peaceful heart, a humble heart. Teach me to be gentle with myself.
so that I can be gentle with others,
Teach me to be patient with myself.
be patient with others,
Teach me kindness and gratitude,
joy and
strength and forgiveness,
trust and faith,
openness, willingness, and surrender. To praise, not to be praised.
to bless, not to be blessed,
To glorify, not to be glorified.
to extol, not to be extolled,
To sanctify, not to be sanctified. So that all will go well with your people, Israel, and all the world. And the next page in your handout, why did God create atheists? Paul?
Why did God create atheists? There is a famous story told in Hasidic literature that addresses this very question. The master teaches the student that God created everything in the world to be appreciated, since everything is here to teach us a lesson. One clever student asks, what lesson can we learn from atheists? Why did God create them? The master responds, God created atheists to teach us the most important lesson of them all, the lesson of true compassion. You see, when an atheist performs an act of charity, visits someone who is sick, helps someone in need, and cares for the world, is not doing so because of some religious teaching. He does it because he does not believe that God commanded him to perform this act. In fact, he does not believe in God at all. So his acts are based on an inner sense of morality. And look at the kindness he can bestow upon others simply because he feels it to be right. This means, the master continued, that when someone reaches out to you for help, you should never say, I pray that God will help you. Instead, for the moment, you should become an atheist. Imagine that there is no God who can help and say, I will help you.
Thank you. We're now entering the evening service. Please rise as you are able for the Baruch on page 25. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamborach. And please stay standing. We're going to go right into the Shema on the next page and the V'ahavta. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al vavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'leftecha ha'derech uv'shafbecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam leot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha uv'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha. Please be seated. Please turn to page 29. And we will read responsively. Help us, O God, to lie down in peace and awaken us to rise again to life.
may all be guarded by your goodness. Let's find shelter in your tent of peace.
May we always feel protected because you are our merciful and protecting God.
Help us, O God, peace. Teach us that peace means more than quiet.
Remind us that if we are to be at peace at night, we must take heed how we live by day.
Grant us the peace that comes from honest dealing, so that no fear or guilt will haunt our sleep.
Rid us of resentments and hatreds which rob us of the peace we crave.
May we inflict no pain, bring no shame, and seek no profit by another's loss.
May we live so that we can face the whole world with serenity.
May we feel no remorse for what we have done during the day.
May we lie down in peace tonight and awaken tomorrow to a richer and fuller life. Please turn the page and let us sing Vashamru. Vashamru, B'nai Yisrael, et ha-Shabbat, ledor tamiridolam, Vashamru, B'nai Yisrael, et ha-Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat, ledor tamiridolam. May you reign, B'nai Yisrael, ot hi-le'olam, ot hi-le'olam. Vishamru, B'nai Yisrael, et ha-Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat, ledor tamiridolam. Kishe'yamim, Adonai, Adonai, Hashamayim be'etah. Vishamru, B'nai Yisrael, et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, ledor tamiridolam. U'mash bi'ish, lamat v'inafash, lamat v'inafash, Vishamru, B'nai Yisrael, et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, ledor tamiridolam. Excellent, thank you. Okay, we're going to do the Chatzi Kaddish, and then we're going to continue with the Amidah from your handout. We're going to do it together. It covers page 2, page 3, page 4, and page 5 in your handouts. Please rise as you are able. Amen. Yehesh me'ra Amen. And now to your handout. Adonai Sifat Ubia Gittilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu Avotenu Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor, Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'kanei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot Imahot, U'meviyu Lifnei Bneihem, Shemon Shmo B'Yahava, Melech Ozer Mashiach Magi, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav LaHoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'morid HaGashem, Mechakel Chayim B'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, U'matir Asirim, U'mekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha B'Geburo, U'midomelach, Melech Memit U'mechayem, U'matmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Atah L'chayot HaKol. Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. Atah Kadosh v'Shivcha Kadosh, U'Kedoshim b'Shol Yom V'Luach Selah. Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Thank you very much. On page 42 in your Sidors, please be seated. Oseh Shalom. Okay, and on page 43, Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav. Tasim le'olam. Shalom Yisrael. Tasim le'olam. Tasim le'olam. Tasim le'olam. Thank you. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, Maya will bless us with her wisdom.
Now, alas, I did not prepare that much material. So, a couple years ago, I feel like it was my first year of college. So 2017, right? Take us back a bit before we had masks and all that good stuff. I was talking to a friend in November, and she was telling me about this really cool thing she was going to do. I didn't think it was cool at the time because it sounded pretty to me, but I was pretty easily convinced to join her. And this really cool thing, which I've been doing every year since, so obviously it stuck with me, is called Dressember. Has anyone heard of it before? Sweet, oh, I'm so excited. Dressember. Here, I'm going to take this off so you guys can hear me. So, for every day in the month of December, I wear a dress. Or if you're someone who wants to not wear dresses, you wear, suit and tie, something fancier. You dress up. And the goal is to raise money and awareness for people that are being sex trafficked all around the world. And it's a fantastic cause. It started a few years ago, back in 2009, when a fashion designer saw all the injustice in the world and said, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a doctor, definitely not a social worker. What can I do to help a cause that is near and dear to my heart? So she started wearing dresses, and she was posting about it. And from that, the whole organization of Dressember was born. Every year, people all over the United States, all over the world do this. Last year, I think $3.3 million was raised in December alone. And they raise money all year round. Dressember is the big one, but they have 5Ks you can run. It's a huge, wonderful organization that I've been doing since 2017. I'm not a big dress wearer, so when I first heard of this, I thought this sounded like the most miserable event ever. I have to wear a dress every day. It's December. It's cold. Who wants to wear a dress every day? I'm gonna have to wear all the leggings. I'm gonna have to find dresses. I didn't own any dresses. I had to go out shopping and buy dresses. I bought 3. Somehow, in my mind, I thought that was enough. Was not, just gotta say. However, been doing it for a couple years now. And I have decided to up the stakes because, what's life without a little challenge? So for this year, I'm gonna wear this dress. The entire month. Just this dress. The goal is, by upping my personal stakes, I'll get more people to share it. I'll get more people interactive. I'm not telling you this story to make you give me money. That's not the goal here. But if you happen to run across anyone Dressember's post, if you give $1, it'd be really cool. But not the point of this. The point of this is, I think, 2 things. 1, I want to share it because I think it's a really awesome cause. And it really does affect a lot of people. And that's the second part. I want to tell you some stories from people that Dressember has touched. For as little as, I believe it's $25, you can help someone get online counseling. Just a look, $25, that's it. One person, I'm not going to say names because they're kind of, but one person, she and her husband had joined working on a farm in India, and they were working as tree cutters. She got sick and took a $45 loan from her boss and said, okay, I need help, I'm sick. He used that as an excuse for the next 3 years to basically enslave them. If they didn't work fast enough, they got hurt. They couldn't take care of their child. And it finally got to the point where she realized she was pregnant and this couldn't keep going. So luckily, someone had given her information before about Dressember partnerships that are in these different parts of the world to help people. And she was able to call them and get out. And after she got out, obviously she needed some help, she and her husband. So they moved her into a survivors community. They have these communities, these villages all over the world, people that are survivors of trafficking. And part of that community includes therapy, education. Some people were sold as young as 5 years old to be house servants, and it only escalated from there. And when they get out, they can't read, they can't write. It's atrocious. And these groups help people in these villages, vocational training, basic education. One girl was able to get out of a bad situation, become an English teacher, and go right back to her home village and teach others and help others get out of the situation. One woman who survived became a, what are they called? A boarding school owner, where she takes people for no cost, living purely off a donation to keep other women, children, and men from getting hurt in this way. One man was sold at a young age at a rising problem with cyber issues. They got him in a spot to become a software engineer. And they started a whole program that does nothing but help people who want to become software engineers get there for free. And it's trauma and survivor education. So not only are they helping you become a software engineer, but you're being taught by people who have been in a similar situation. They understand what you're going through, and they're willing to make so many adjustments to make sure you can succeed. I can't stop talking about how amazing this organization is. It is a really cool organization, really awesome thing. So I have a challenge if anyone wants to join me. You don't have to do it for the whole month. That's a lot, especially if you've been prepared as someone who's done that. But if you want to, just one day, wear a dress and post about it. If you go to dressember.org, you don't have to make a fundraiser or anything. Honestly, sharing the information is just as important as raising the money because not enough people know. It's kind of become trendy, which is a weird thing to say about human trafficking. But it's become trendy to say these things. You hear it in Congress, you hear it everywhere. But what's really cool about this is they haven't stopped, even when it wasn't trendy. They've been continuously doing good work. And the awareness matters just as much as the money. And they're not going to spend your money on weird things. They truly spend it on helping the people that are in here. So that is my spiel for you. As I said, not 3 hours. I could talk forever about it. So if you want to talk afterwards, let me know because I have all the stories. And you can also join teams. So if next year we decide we're inspired by my impromptu spiel and we want to do a group, we can do that and raise some money. My goal this year is $500. Last year I was at $450, so I think it's doable. But yeah, share it, love it, tell all the good stories. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Maya. Okay. Let's see here. We're going to go to the Mishabera, and there's a little introduction there. Sarah, are you up for reading? Can you read the Mishabera introduction? Do they have the handouts?
Yes, I can do that there. Okay. One of the central Jewish prayers for those who are ill or recovering from illness or accidents is the Mishabera. The name is taken from its first two Hebrew words. With a holistic view of humankind, it prays for physical cures as well as spiritual healing, asking for blessing, compassion, restoration, and strength within the community of others facing illness, as well as all Jews, all human beings.
Thank you. And on page 49, I'm going to read the paragraph, and where there's a space, feel free to call out names of people who are ill, and then we will sing the Mishabera from page 6 of your handout. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Sarah and Abraham, Rebecca and Isaac, Leah, Rachel, and Jacob, bless
Jacob, Sandy, and Christina.
James, Edie's father.
anyone online?
We had someone send in an email asking for their mother to be added to the Mishabera. Edie. Okay, good. Thank you. Their name has been said already.
Along with all the ill among us and all others who have been touched by illness, grant insight to those who bring healing, courage and faith to those who are sick, love and strength to us and all who love them. God, let your spirit rest upon all who are ill and comfort them. May they and we soon know a time of complete healing, a healing of the body and healing of the spirit, and let us say, Amen.
friend, who bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. We shall thereof in all Lord, Savior, bless those in people hearing, who
Thank you. Okay, we're going to move into the Elenu on page 54 and 55. Caitlin and Maya, would you open the ark, please? Please rise as you are able. Thank you. Please be seated. And in your handout on page 7, do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. Before we rise for Kaddish, I'm going to read the list from the email, and then I'll ask for other names. Sam C., grandfather of Dana C., Jess F., father of Jeff F., Vladimir T., father of Igor T., Shirley S., sister of Erwin Z., Richard B., and Cindy A., mother of David O. Any other names for Kaddish tonight?
Period for Valerie.
Are we? Okay. All right. Mourner's Kaddish is on page 62. Please rise as you are able. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divra kirtei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon u'vyomachon u'v'chaye d'kol b'it Yisrael, v'agalah v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam only omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yit hadar, v'yit halev, v'yit halal, shemei dekudasha barichu, le'ala min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechmata, damiran v'yalma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'yakol Yisrael, Vimru. Thank you. Please be seated. Okay, it's time for announcements. As I think all of you know, I am the service leader coordinator, so if you are interested in leading services, please let me know.
Next service opening.
I don't know.
So March, like March and beyond.
Volunteers should be.
So, there is Valerie's funeral Sunday tomorrow. Oh, yes, right, it is tomorrow. Yes, at 1 o'clock up in the South Hills, and if anybody needs directions, I know where it's at, so.
The email that got sent out should also have the virtual options if you'd like to. Cannot go to the South Hills. Yeah.
Just want to thank Elaine and Maya for doing their service tonight.
And thank you, Beth, for leading the songs. Kaden, did you want to talk about the Hanukkah party?
Yes. So we are holding a Hanukkah social /Havdalah/party next week. So December 9th, Saturday at 5:30-ish. Doing so, we forgot that basically every congregation is also going to be doing theirs like Saturday evening. But if you can stop by and attend, it will be at the JCC in Squirrel Hill. There's a registration link in the email. That we will be providing latkes and probably other fried foods for you to enjoy while you're there. And please feel free to bring your friends too. People who may not, they don't have to be Jewish, they don't have to be a member of Bet Tikvah. We're truly looking at this as a way to try and get to know people who may not be members here too. So please attend. We would love to see you, and we don't want to. Otherwise, I'm going to be eating a lot of latkes by myself.
It's okay, your favorite song.
Yes.
Sarah, do you want to talk about membership?
Yes, so we have a lot of, we need to, so basically, Bet Tikvah has membership. It has a cost, I think it's $90. And if you can't pay it, that's fine. Just pay what you want, even if that's nothing. But signing up as a member means that we have your contact information and can contact you about things outside of the email, the official email list. And we do have some people, actually, I think almost everyone who's sitting in that room right now is signed up. But there are a couple people I need to reach out to. But yeah. So,
Sarah, are you the person to contact about that sort of stuff?
yes, so if you contact the info at Bet Tikvah email, I'm managing that along with Kaden. Ravid and Elaine are doing amazing stuff with membership as well. Ravid is the treasurer, and then Elaine's going to be the one putting together our directory. And the directory just goes out to other members so that if, say, another member wants to reach out to you, they can. And it really helps with community building, in my opinion. So, yeah. I think that's it about, did I miss anything about membership that needs to be said?
No, I think that's good. And we just also want to emphasize that by becoming a member, then you get into the directory.
Yes. And then that means Elaine can reach out to you about maybe you want to lead a specific service instead of it being a nebulous thing that you would like to do in the future and then, just never get around to because life happens and it's busy.
Or somebody might invite you over for Shabbos dinner.
Yep, that too. That has happened to me.
Good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think the one other thing is there's a lay-led, meaning me-led, like prayer study group that's going to be happening starting starting the week after the Hanukkah party. And there needs to be more signups before we decide what day works. The sign-up sheet says, the X day, Y day works for me. And it would be great if people who are interested could express interest. This group is inspired by the Siddur Revision Committee, where we have spent 3 years discussing our Siddur so far and just really digging into the prayers in a way that is really cool and makes them meaningful. And even if, it's really cool. And I would love it if you joined. Yeah. So that's in the email that was sent out about like the 3 events. Because there's an online menorah lighting event as well, which is going to be very low key. Just sign in and we'll all say hi and chat, whoever shows up.
Show off your menorah, get a particularly nice one.
All right, thank you. Any other announcements? All right, in your handout on page 7, our closing hymn will be Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom, Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. All right, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And please bring your handouts and your sidurs back to